Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and this is my first of two games here I want to recap, or first of four NBA games here, excuse me. That I want to recap. I'll recap my Golden State Warriors getting blown out today, next, after I talk about this game, but I want to get this first game done. So let's get right into it. So the Los Angeles Clippers here beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 89-88 reaction. This was a weird low-scoring game. Not many type of games you see in today's NBA. These low-scoring games. Just neither team really shot well. Both defenses played really incredible. And you want to inject some energy into the game. And I thought, as a unit, they were able to do that in the Clipper bench. Or not the Clipper bench, but really Kawhi Leonard and Norman Powell. Those were the two best Clippers in this basketball game for them, I thought. They combined for 56 points, 21 of 39 shooting, 7 of 12 from the three-point line. Kawhi Leonard and Norman Powell really brought the energy for the Los Angeles Clippers in this game, because every other Clipper wasn't really that good. Besides those two, they shot horrible. Every other Clipper had combined for 33 points, 11 of 46 shooting, and 3 of 26 from the three-point line. That's just how good Norman Powell and Kawhi Leonard were in this game, and really were the two players that led them to this victory. And I feel like Norman Powell is one of their most consistent players outside Kawhi Leonard. He might be their second-best player, and this is a duo that won a ring together in Toronto. Kawhi and Leonard are so good. That's why they've been together so long, because that brotherhood they have there is unbreakable, and ironically, they got the championship rings to, back it up. So, championship pedigree, and they came up super clutch. And they pulled through because they were down 30-15 in the first quarter. Kawhi had 32 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and Norman Powell had 24 points. And they pulled through to win this game because the first quarter wasn't looking good. They went down by 15. And this kind of felt like a playoff game with the defense because Tatum at one point had missed 10 straight shots, and Harden was like 0 for 8. So, the Timberwolves just didn't make enough shots. And this Clippers win now has put Minnesota in a tie with the Nuggets for the second and third seeds in the West, and both 42-19. It wasn't looking good, after I mentioned that first quarter, 30-18. But then the Clippers had a big second quarter, 31-16. Then the third and fourth quarters were really just, it was kind of just struggle quarters. Both teams were really fighting hard. In the third and fourth quarters, back and forth. But Kawhi and Norman Powell were just clutch. Now this is a big win for the Clippers, playing Milwaukee tomorrow in the second game of a back-to-back. And the Clippers with this win improved to 39-20, and the Timberwolves to drop to 42-19. They really needed this game, the Clippers. And to beat the Timberwolves on the road after trailing by as many as 15 in the first quarter, really impressive. And just a hard-fought defensive game. Harden only had 4 points, but he had 10 assists. He was 0 for 10. He missed all 10 of his shots today. He was 0 for 10 from the field, but he had 10 assists. And Paul George and James Harden have just struggled against the Timberwolves this year. They've honestly just really struggled. Paul George today only had 15 points and was 5 of 16, so they combined were 5 of 26, where Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, Paul George and James Harden. You're going to have to play better in the playoffs against the Timberwolves if you want to beat them. Daniel Theis, 4 points, but had 13 rebounds. He rebounded the basketball very well to Daniel Theis, was really good on the glass. Norman Powell and Kawhi Leonard, 32 points and 24. Norman Powell was 9 of 13, and Kawhi Leonard was, I forgot what he was. It doesn't say his shooting thing on here, but he made clutch free throws there at the end. But they just combined to shoot very well. It was a bad offensive day at the office of the Wolves in the 1-point loss. Still, only 89 points for the Clips was just good enough, and an odd one after the start, because they scored only 58 points after their 30-point first quarter. Just kind of a odd game. really two players beat Minnesota here, Kawhi and Norman Powell. Karl-Anthony Towns, 18 points, 8 assists, 9 rebounds. Yeah, not a good game from Karl-Anthony Towns. In the clutch, he just wasn't good. He just couldn't redeem himself. And he's a mismatch on Harden, and he threw up a floater. He just throws up a floater. I don't know what he was doing there. He went for 5 for 5 in the first quarter, and at one point he was like 0 for 9 since then. Like, yeah, not a clutch game from a Cat. Gobert, 12 points, 16 rebounds. I thought Daniel Theis' shooting ability kept Gobert guessing and spaced the floor out to the Clippers. Yeah, he just doesn't have to shoot those threes. But you need that for the playoffs, though. Yeah, it just wasn't really that good of a game from Edwards either. I mean, I know he had 27 points, but he only shot 9 of 20 and 3 of 10 from 3. Gobert played solid, 16 points, 12 rebounds. It's very entertaining, and it's a very entertaining game. They just couldn't put the ball in the basket consistently enough. They just couldn't do it consistently. And Cat and Gobert just not posting up once again in the last 8 minutes of a game, where playing a team where the tallest player might be 6'8". Like, they got to post up. Or at least try to. Yeah, Edwards 27 points, but 9 of 20. They just didn't put the ball in the hoop consistently. Naj Reid, 3 points, 11 rebounds. Not a good game from Naj Reid. And just not a good game. You needed some scoring, you just didn't get any from them. Mike Conley, 0 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, 0 for 4. It felt like nobody shot well for the Timberwolves. They were really just grinding through this game, and they really got beat by Leonard and Powell, two clutch players. So, yeah, that's really all to say here for this game. 89-88 your final score in this game. Clippers win, so until next time, have a lot. Peace.